Welcome to the stream. You know what? I'm just gonna go right to the party screen. Oh, that's right. My stream deck is acting up, so it ruined my perfect introduction. You know how my introductions are normally perfect, flawless, really.
Always.
Absolutely. Welcome everybody to what's left of us now in what's the opposite of mono? Duo? Sure. Stereo. There we go. Now in stereo streaming. Congratulations. Welcome. We play D&D once a month at the end of every month. Last Friday of every month, we get together and we play ourselves a silly little game of Dungeons and Dragons. And with me today are all of my favorite people. We got which way here? Mega Ron from Megaron TV. We got Wild Jinx from the same name on the YouTubes, and Star, the Starfish face on just about everything. We got the Thought Slimos from Thought Slime, just about everywhere again. And finally, Zoe this way from Zoe B and Zoe C because she's clever like that. And again, we play D&D every month. I tend to put the VODs up on the YouTube, which some of you are now watching from. Congratulations. And that will still
Jay,
continue.
Actually,
What's up?
Not to alarm you, I'm on the YouTube right now. It is not streaming.
It says it's streaming. No! Oh my God. Hang on.
Fucking YouTube.
I will fix this. Okay. While I'm fixing this, you can...
the link you gave me. The link you gave me and that I posted on Twitter is going, not the one that works. Okay, so there. I just
Technical issues are the byword of our stream.
Learning new things.
Yeah, if you don't particularly feel like watching our beautiful faces, you can, of course, find our podcasted form on Anchor or Spotify or Google Podcasts, or I think like there are podcast, little tiny third-party podcast channels that also pick this up, which is fun. And what else? Let's see here. Our moderator in chat, Sam, is pulling double duty today. We're seeing how this works, so give a big round of applause to Sam. And if you're mean, Sam is going to hurt you, so don't be mean. Yeah. Aside from that, let me think here. Technical issues. Yeah, we got technical issues. I think that's it. Minor content warning. Of course, this is a TTRPG. Everyone at the table knows our boundaries, and we're all fine with whatever happens. And if we're not, we can, of course, talk to each other, which you'll see. But if you see something on screen you don't particularly enjoy, this is, like I said, an RP, and it can stray into some dangerous territory for some of you. Please exercise self-care. Duck out for a little bit and come back when you feel like you're cool. All right.
Our viewers are always cool.
Our viewers are hella cool. They have always been cool. They are the coolest. Sponsor us.
No one can compare.
We are sponsored entirely by our streamers. By our viewers, rather.
Both.
Both, in this case. Some cases. Yep. All right, everybody. So, where were we last time? I did write where we were on our website. What's left of us.card.co.
I believe we had just punched a manticore in the face.
Yeah, you murdered a helpless manticore.
Yeah.
It was not helpless.
I mean,
it's all relative.
Did you really get hurt, though?
I did. I'm missing hit points.
Let's see here. Yeah, so for those who need a little bit of a catch-up, the party had just broken out Lord Ulrich von Arsaline, who spread some tasty lore nuggets all over the party in the form of Emery being in line to be the Masked Lord, one of the Masked Lords of the Waterdeep Council. And then he immediately pieced out to go plan his safe return to Waterdeep once he's cleared his name. And he recommended you folks do the same thing. And so, taking his advice, you bantered a bit about where exactly you were going and decided to go further north instead of going northwest. And so, the town of Velasso is what you chose. On your way there, of course, it was going to take more than a day or two to get there. So, you decided to make camp. And upon making camp, you all heard something. And out of the bushes jumped the goodest boy, Sparks McBarks. And then also a manticore attacked.
Yes.
Immediately afterwards. And then they murdered the manticore, which they might be liable for. Manticore does have man in its name, so
The greatest crime.
Variants,
Manticore
nobody will
slaughter.
ever know. Yes, the most dangerous of chimeric game.
What is a manticore? All right, everybody. So let's see. I think everyone's good. I'm gonna switch over to the Tailspire map now. That's right. I can't do it with that because it is being a pain. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna reset the program. Give me a second. Stream Deck. Get out of the way. Stream Deck, come on. Elgato is such a good company. Sponsor me. But
Minor criticism.
minor criticism.
Kind of criticism. Stop it with the technical difficulties.
That's right.
This is obviously a company issue.
Well, to be fair, the microphone issue I had, I was using their Wave XLR booster thing. So maybe it is. Maybe Elgato is like.
Oh
actually-
no, they're anti-sponsoring us.
Get me fucking started. I've had nothing but trouble with my Wave 1. It's, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's like they're undergoing their own like personal Y2K right now where all their stuff is just not working.
Don't jinx it. I have the Wave 3. That's my main
Oh
mod.
no.
Stop it.
Okay.
I'm here. It's already been jinxed.
Ah.
I'm glad someone said it.
That's right.
But
Right.
This is how I got that nickname.
Oh no.
It's true. Okay.
See, what
I
else
did
in
it.
the war, too?
I did it manually. I turned the big giant crank on the side of my OBS and I just turned us to the next scene. So
Hell
we here we are at the campsite. It is now morning. You folks slept the remainder of the evening, and you those of you who slept are able to take your short rest bonus to any of your health that you're missing. So for those of you who haven't done a short rest before, your characters will have a number of hit dice that they can roll equal to their level. So I believe you should have 3 now. And I think for instance, because I believe Jinx, you're one of the few people who haven't played very much of this, you should have 3, I think it's D6s for rogues. And you can roll as little or as many of those as you would like. You have those for the entire day. So if you want to take more short rests during the day, be careful of using them all off. That being said, we are using the rule that basically unless you take a full week for a long rest, then you aren't going to be able to take a long rest. However, the only other stipulation to that is, of course, if you sleep through the night, 8 hours, you do get all your spell slots back and all of your activatable abilities that reset at a long rest, because otherwise it's just absolutely not fair. You can't go a whole week without your spells and shit. That's just weird. All right. So here we all are. You were camping by the side of the road. The very last thing you all remember seeing after realizing that manticores don't tend to fly out alone for very long distances is you looked up towards the nearest mountain, which is Mount Velasso, and you see this red glow. And now it's daytime, and you realize that it's probably a little bit darker than you would think it was. You thought it was mostly just overcast because at this time of year in Waterdeep, it's always rainy. You're on the coast, right? But now you realize that there's no rain, but the sky is still dark. You know?
It's concerning. I wonder what could be causing the overcast situation here.
Clouds.
Ah. Yes, I suppose you're right.
I didn't realize a scholar walked among us.
Who?
It's me, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Tim.
Tim is a scholar. How did
So
you not
Tim
realize that?
Listen, just woke up.
Tim has like probably read about like volcanoes and stuff,
Sure.
presumably.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she would be able to put 2 and 2 together here, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't want to alarm anybody, but the mountain is on fire.
Yeah,
Yep.
Like from inside, like the volcano, like it. And now
Yeah,
it's.
that's what they do. Yeah, it should.
I'm surprised we have volcanoes out here. I didn't realize that was an occurrence in this area.
Lots of mountains do that.
Well,
So
should we check it out?
no, I think that the best thing to do when there's some sort of like natural disaster is to run away. I think that we should probably just not, because I don't want to burn by lava.
How close is the town we're going to this apparently active volcano?
It's like on it, right?
Yeah, the town of Velasso sits at the very base of the mountain range, and it's like a small chain of little villages going up the side of the mountain.
That seems
So we
like
should pick a different
dangerous
town?
choice.
Perhaps we should warn the townsfolk.
I mean, yes. I think they probably have noticed.
Well, perhaps. Do they necessarily know how to deal with a volcano?
How would Tim know how often it erupts? Like,
You'll
is this
have
say
to-
like every couple decades or?
Yeah. So you'll have to roll me a history check. Velasso would be well known in that it is the only volcano on this side of the Sword Coast. So it's not like you wouldn't have really heard of it.
I rolled a 13.
A 13? Okay, that's enough to know the basic stuff. So the mountain of Velasso is like, it's got a whole established settlement because it erupts with enough regularity that the soil is really nice there, but not so spontaneously and catastrophically that it always wipes outside of the mountain. So usually there's like a flow every couple of years or so that just burns up one side of the mountain, and then they move their farms over to there once it cools, and then et cetera, back and forth and back and forth.
I relay that information to the group. So like they probably know what they're like. They're probably okay. They're probably fine. You sound like you're concerned. Are you worried about them? Do you care?
I am worried about dying in a volcano if we continue moving forward with this location that we have chosen.
Yeah.
Vernon is secretly worried about all of the money that could be lost in this, with this happening, but he keeps it to himself because he feels that it's not appropriate to say that out loud.
But the economy!
Yes.
Oh.
There's
What
fortunes
happened
to
to
be
the
made in
taxes?
moving these.
Flaming shambles of money. The banks will all be melted underneath the ruins of the volcano. We have to
couldn't-
rescue the money. Let's rob a bank.
This took a turn.
Yes.
Gold does have a pretty low melting point. I bet it does. Like
We should
it's gonna melt in the
we should
volcano.
move the gold from the town. Obviously, this is
That's a
what
civic
we've come
duty,
here to
really.
do. Yeah.
Yes. Move it from the town into my pockets.
Can you imagine the damage to the economy should we not help them in this way?
So
And then we should be sure to sell them volcano insurance.
even better.
There
Yeah.
we go.
So, but I mean, we've come all this way.
Yeah.
The only other settlements nearby is going to the west, over a bunch of hills and over a couple of rivers.
To grandmother's house?
I was gonna say, are
We
we going
go.
through the woods?
We can simply flee in the event that the volcano starts erupting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Head in, but don't get too comfy.
How fast can lava really move? Probably not as fast as we can run.
Well, see, it's not always the lava that gets you. It's actually like the aftershocks and the like heat waves that come off of it. It can burn you alive. It
No
boils your
aftershock or
blood.
heat wave could kill the mighty Rathgirther.
I mean,
I've changed my mind. We should definitely go.
I appreciate your confidence in me.
Yeah. Confidence. I would love to see you outrun lava. Come on, I'm suddenly very hyped about this expedition. Let's go.
Well, we'll have to wait until the volcano erupts, but if you'd like, no problem.
Yeah, I'm in it. I'm in for it. I want to see this volcano. I would love to. Yeah. I'm already started walking.
Okie doke.
All right, so the big question is, do you stick to the road or not? So far, like, this is the main road of the Sword Coast, so it normally is patrolled. So it's not like there's going to be lots of bandits. There might be some.
Are we on the run, like, officially yet? Or are we just, like, keeping a low profile?
Hey, by the way, I probably should have asked this at the beginning. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Did
No,
we
it's
take
fine.
a long rest?
We took the equivalent of a long rest for us, which amounts to a short rest, but you get all your stuff back.
Nice. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. So the gist is that Ulrich suggested you all lay low just in case someone suspects that the group of newcomers who came to the town were somehow involved in an attempt to break out a high-ranking lord. That was him being super pragmatic, and you all agreed. So you have no idea if you're actually on the run yet.
They wouldn't know to look for us specifically because we were all disguised and or invisible during the
Correct.
happening.
That's true.
That's right.
Then yeah, let's stick to the road, I say.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's less manticores there.
I
In
mean,
theory.
debatable. How big is that manticore's
Mel's
head? Can I
hoping.
just like wave it around and be like, "Hey, no more manticores! Look what you did to your cousin."
I mean, you
Don't
can.
antagonize them.
Yeah, I mean, imagine a bear's head, and that's roughly the size of a manticore's head. And
probably
which
too-
reminds you,
I'm
Rethgirther,
very
you definitely still
familiar
have
with
that pelt.
With decapitated bears'
I
heads.
completely forgot Rethgirther has a big old manticore pelt. So that'll be fun.
Gonna make one of those teeth into a necklace.
Rathgrither, by the way, if we're walking down a path, she is doing wind sprints because she is practicing for outrunning lava.
You're doing so good. I'm so impressed. Who's gonna fucking die? It's gonna be
I
funny
can just
as hell.
imagine Rethgirther like yelling, "Someone throw fire at me!" So this makes it more
Try it.
real.
I'm not gonna wait. Well, I can do that as a cantrip, I think. Let me
Oh
see.
no!
Do
I've
it.
got,
Do it.
I've got firebolt. Yeah.
Can we not set the forest on fire?
We're
We're
on a
in?
trail. I'm shooting it into the rocks, and I'm specifically aiming at like her ankles.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and give me just give me one attack roll. I want to see what this does. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's a 19.
That's a 19.
Damn.
It's
That's a
The
shame.
range of 120 feet.
Go ahead and I guess roll damage.
Can I aim like specifically for like the back of the shoes where there wouldn't
Oh,
really be
okay.
much
Yeah.
damage?
We'll just
Gonna catch your shoes on fire.
well, let's say you take unarmed damage from this unarmed fire damage. Why not? So you get like, I don't know, what's your unarmed damage, Emery? Like 1?
Where would I find that in D&D Beyond?
It'll be under
Unarmed
attacks.
strike. Attacks. Unarmed strike is 3.
Is a 3. So yeah, Rethgirther, you take 3 fire damage as a bolt of fire hits your heel.
very good. Yes. I should pick up the pace.
Yeah, lava's a lot hotter.
Doesn't
than
even
that.
hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I can tell by your face. You want me to hit you again?
If
I
I
do this
start
all
to slow
day.
down, absolutely.
At cantrip, I can do this all day.
Emery, I'm gonna say you heal 1 point of stress. It's
Yay!
Hey, have you ever had a party member die this way?
no, I have not. This would be
I'm grinding EXP. Hard practice.
mm-hmm.
I expect an early
Interesting.
level up, DM.
This would be like absolutely some sort of TTRPG discourse video later on, like months from now. Be like, why did Thought Slime exit the hit TV show? What's left of us?
No, I'm gonna get canceled over this in like 2 months. Just you watch.
That's right. Yeah. why Emery is the worst character.
Emery
It's
is
just-
bad, actually.
The thumbnail is
Emery's
just me
Emery's a
doing
bit of a
double
Mary
middle
Sue.
fingers.
Emery's a bit of a Mary Sue.
Everybody
Oh,
knows that
okay.
the tragic backstory is totally overrated. Not an original character. Did you guys know that Emery is basically just the same as one of the creator's webcomic characters? Why had no one called her out for this?
She makes like one character.
Over and over again and uses them the same way. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so
Like grumpy people.
you all manage without actually much effort to get to the outskirts of what you can see as the town of Vasso, and it's this it's clear that this town is made to be pretty. It's got like porticos, and it's got like there are wide spaces for the public to gather, and there's like a lot of storefronts up front, you know, so like as soon as you come into town there's like, oh, there's like a baker, and there's like, oh, there's a cart area here. It's very much like a touristy sort of spot. Tim, from
Where's the
your
wine?
from your little brief stint into the history, you know that the town of Lasso itself is mostly indeed where tourists tend to stay when they come there. The rest of the people of the area tend to live in the village of Tema, which is a little higher up the slope. It's typically a farming village. And so, yeah, the locals that live here are either wealthy or like front-facing employees, more or less, of the town. In the sense that that's a thing. Let's see here if I can change to that board. Where are the boards? There they are.
Seeing the guts of Tailspire, oh my god.
Luckily, I have it zoomed in so
Mother
that
of
the
God.
chat can't see it. Although they are seeing things loaded in.
All the
Okay.
little Lego pieces.
All the little Lego pieces just loading in, and I'm gonna summon players to the board. And actually, I'm gonna close that real quick. I'm going to.
Oh, it's so cute.
Unfortunately, I couldn't make this look really Italian like I wanted to, but you know,
Italian.
We can
I-
all
I-
do accents to
that,
make
like-
up for it.
I don't know
That's
where
right.
that is.
Speak
Is that
for
on the North
yourself.
Coast?
fantasy Italian, fantasy Italian. This is where the hell is Meldris? There she is. Hiya.
We got the fantasy pizza.
Bippity boopy.
That's
Hey, we have no shame in our history, so we keep on repeating it, huh?
Don't worry about the volcano, it's fine.
It's
Hey,
a fan
it never hurts
volcano.
nobody.
I thought we were supposed to warn them, not mock them.
This is not in character.
Right.
Oh, it is.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm trying to save your whole town, but you're all just ridiculous. It's
You all sound like you're from a Nintendo platformer. What are you doing?
I don't think science
dare
has
you
yet
say that to me?
developed
It's
a
a me.
way to communicate with Italians without mocking them.
that's right. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. All right. And so this is the little town of Velasso. And like I said, a lot of the buildings are very uniform. They're unfortunately it's hard to tell here because I couldn't make it happen, but the rooftops are covered in this sort of red clay tile. Most of the walls are this sort of plastered white facade, you know. And there is a flurry of activity. People are running all over the place. They're getting things ready. You can see in the center square there's a pavilion, and there are several people there. Like there's a table set up. You see like a portly man who looks like he's more or less running the show, just kind of trying to give general discussions with the average people who run up and ask him things. There's a man who very clearly looks like he's some sort of like head guard or something. He's like wearing this breastplate, and he's you know, he's older. He's got salt and pepper hair. He's much taller than the round man, and he's just like giving quick directions to what looks to be other groups of adventurers and mercenaries. And there is a absolutely gigantic orc woman, like big, like the sort of big that makes you all feel like you really should be going to the gym a lot more. and she seems to be, from the look of her garb, actually, it looks like she's a farmer. And she seems to be directing some sort of effort with grain, like she's helping to load bags, and she's directing a bunch of other much smaller people where to go and what to stack where.
Well, this
Seems,
place certainly is busy, huh?
Yeah, lively.
Well, where should we start? Should we go to the center here, or?
I mean, I kind of want to not get in the. It looks like people are doing important shit. I kind of want to just stay out of their way, or.
Well, perhaps they could use our help.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the other idea, but I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Where do we even start?
Tim is going to immediately run straight up to the guy who looks like he's in charge.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that solves that.
Hey!
Oh, hello. One moment. You there? Make sure the wagons you pull them over the side, eh? Yes, perfect. Hello. Sorry, what was this? Hello. How are you? What can I do for you?
Hi. Yes. So me and my friends, we're here to help. I have a dog. He might be able to help.
You have a dog?
Yes. I Sparks came with me, and I have him like do a little like hand nuzzle, the way the dogs do that.
Oh, it is a robot.
It's a dog.
A robot.
Yeah.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, I don't know how we could use that, but maybe a Sergeant Defense would be useful for you mercenaries, or
Do I look like a mercenary? Do you think I look very strong?
no, but the people you came in with, they.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
they're strong. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Are we close by? Like, are we listening to this conversation?
You could be, yep. If you decided
Okay.
to
I would
follow her
assume
forward.
within earshot.
Yeah.
The Rathgirther is going to be infuriated at the implication that Tim is not strong,
Okay.
and she's going to demand. I demand you tell this child she is strong, and she can do anything.
I'm 32.
Oh, you're 32.
Yes, Tim, you're 32, and pat her on the head.
You sure are, buddy. Pat, pat.
I'm sorry. I believe I have caused some problem with the group. I apologize. I am Doge Radicchio. I run this town.
How do you spell that?
Pleased to meet you, whatever your name was.
Doja
Rodicchio.
Catskio.
Rodicchio is Rodi Ciccio, which is CC.
Yes, yeah.
Roddy Chinchilla, got it.
Because Italians, we say a CC in a very special way. 'Cause
Roddy Chinchilla, got it. Doja
What
Cat,
was
Roddy
the first
Chinchilla.
name?
it's not.
Doja
It is a
Cat
title.
Chinchilla?
It is a title. It's Doge, Doge,
Oh, I
like
see.
the internet. The meme.
Doge!
Like what Tim has.
I am the leader of this town to the moon. It's
When the
Question,
volcano
throw the
explodes.
questions. How many moons do we have?
that's a joke for the internet.
What's the internet? The fantasy internet.
Fantasy internet, absolutely. And he goes, no, sorry, the mod just banned me from chat.
no.
You're getting banned from everywhere now, Jay.
That's it. Someone had to do
J
it.
Corn TV canceled.
by his own mods.
Shit. I knew it was going to
Oh,
happen. That's
boy.
why I dumped all my money into Ethereum. Wait.
Fantasy
fantasy.
money. Oh wait.
Oh no. The fantasy money crashed. Okay, so
I can't believe it.
Doge
Must be a
Radicchio
dance and
is he's in charge of the town. He's like the mayor or something. But you notice that he's actually doesn't seem to be doing like really important work for some reason. Like he's definitely like keeping the civilians calm, but he's not doing like the sort of work you'd expect a town leader to be doing in this circumstance. All of that seems to be being done by his aide, whom he mentioned his name was Sergeant Fint, which was the taller man. He's older, definitely middle-aged, but in great shape from the look of him anyway, although he's wearing a breastplate, so you know. Yeah, and he seems to be sort of one of those like hard-boiled types. He's got that big like walrusy style mustache that wraps around his face, you know.
I have an important question. Is the breastplate like one of those 90s Batman movies where like the nipples protrude as well? I'm just curious.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that is
Alright,
the style.
good
It's got
to know, good to
abs
know.
and everything on it. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
It's
Sweet.
very Schumacher-esque. Absolutely.
So can we help? Also, apology
Uh,
accepted. I am very strong.
I couldn't imagine. You must have been quite strong to perhaps is there something wrong? Are you okay? You're hiding your
Oh
face.
yeah, no, I'm.
Uh,
Yep. I'm fine.
it's fine.
I am
Excellent.
32 though. I'm not a child.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, okay, you are not a child. Well, then that's fine.
I'm
I
not a child.
apologize.
I'm a
That's-
gnome. Have you ever seen a gnome? We're small.
We do get some gnomes traveling through here. Yes. Some. We had a nice couple here a couple years ago studying at the volcano. Actually, yes.
Oh.
They had the instrumentation, and it was a great time for them. They didn't talk much to many of us. They were sort of reclusive, but they seemed nice enough.
Does Tim know of her parents ever coming here?
You
Would
have no
she
idea.
think that this was perhaps her parents?
I think Tim would likely think any mention of a gnome couple would be her parents. I imagine from what we
no.
talked about. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's going to go forward with the assumption that it's her parents.
Mm-hmm. I have a few things you could do, but Sergeant Fint would be very mad at me if I gave them to you first, as opposed to his efforts to actually save the town. So, if you have a time, I have some things you could do, which would be nice to preserve some things in the city. But Sergeant Fint is actually trying to save lives, so we should maybe talk to him.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Should we be concerned about that volcano? We came here to just hang out, but was that a mistake? Should we leave?
Oh no, you should definitely stay. It is a lovely place. We aren't even sure if this particular flow is gonna reach the city. But also people don't tell me a lot. So again, Sergeant Fint is upset right now, and that's usually a good sign that things are going wrong. So he decided not to tell me. I think that means it's a bad.
I turned to Sergeant Fint. Hi!
He is in the middle of a conversation with an adventuring group that looks
I
very
don't
similar to
care.
yours, and and he just flat out does not hear you, or is not acknowledging you for the moment while he's finishing his conversation. Yeah, he's a very absorbed. I'm going to go and talk to Bisha for a minute, and he motions to the very large woman who is helping the farmers. If you don't get anything from him, I'd be happy to give you some things to do. But for now, enjoy your lovely city. It is not always this smoky. Don't worry, it should clear up in a couple of days. And then he toddles off. He's a very, I don't know, he's pleasant, but you get the distinct impression that he's not very present.
Vernon is
I like him.
contemplating. He's thinking about pickpocketing the guy with the nipples on his breastplate to see if he can get like a to-do list or something like that, so that they can just go and take care of the jobs, like so that they don't have to tell him to do anything.
Right.
That's
Just
that's
see
why
what
you're
I can find in his
pickpocketing
pockets,
him.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
want to go?
that's why.
Do you want to go straight for the pickpocket? There's a lot of people here. You could.
I mean, he's distracted, but yeah, that is true.
It's up to
There
you.
are
Also, a
So-
lot of
eyeballs.
potential witnesses around. You watch
Yeah.
this, and we just got here. We've been in this town for 5 minutes.
But the good news is you can't be banned from a town that doesn't exist anymore.
That is true. That is true. No, he's going to be like a little bit sweaty, like he's got a little bit of moisture on his brow from like, you know, the desire to just steal.
I
But
have
he's,
the
he's
itch.
gonna withhold just for now. But man, he wants to. I mean, at the very least, it would get his attention, you know. Yeah. What else?
Alright. Roundabout now, Sergeant Finn does finish off what he was talking about, and that group of adventurers moves off outside, out the way you came, actually.
Hi! I'm down
Oh,
here.
hello. Who are you?
You don't sound like you're from around here.
Good ear.
So it's threatening.
I'm from Neverwinter, but
Cool. So, is there anything we can do to help? We were told by Doja Cat, Rodicchio. We were told by Rodicchio to come ask for help.
yeah, Doja Radicio is my boss. I run the city security for him.
I mean,
Did
to
you
me,
come
it sounded
here-
kind of like you just like run the city for him. He said that you are pretty much like in charge of everything.
Only in terms of emergencies. Radicio is he's not good with emergencies. He gets very nervous, you know.
Yeah.
Is there an emergency? Should we be concerned about the town that we just walked into?
Did you come here from, say, I don't know, one of the bigger cities? Did you come in response to one of our flyers or heralds?
Yes.
See anything like that?
We
Vernon is
definitely came
trying
for
very
that.
hard not to reach into his pocket and hand a flyer of his own.
Then you know that the mountain is erupting. And more forcefully than it has in probably, I don't know, 200 years or so?
So this is something to be concerned about then.
But
yeah,
it erupts very like on a schedule. Weren't you like prepared for this?
Yeah, listen, here, come here. And he pulls you aside, specifically looking towards Radicio. And then back to you guys again as he pulls some of you who are willing to come off to the side. Listen, we've got there's a monastery way up high in the mountain that watches over this sort of thing and forecasts when it's going to erupt and such. The last word we got out of that place was that this is going to be a gigantic explosion, and they don't know how it's going to be happening. And then it just started erupting, and more than one flow. The first one is due to cut us off from the rest of the southern parts of the Sword Coast in maybe about a day or so. So you're pretty much stuck here for the time being, unless you want to head to the west.
I mean, if that's the case, then shouldn't your people be evacuating?
That's what I'm organizing right now, but I could use some help.
I mean, if the plan is get the fuck out, then yeah, sure.
We
It's
are
gonna put you
at your
in-
disposal, sir.
It'll put you in harm's way. For very little coin.
What
we got
use
nothing
have
better to do
heroes
for a
for
couple of
coin?
days.
Vernon
I have
is
no
at this point
concept of
sweating
money.
profusely.
You two are very in sync. Are you sisters or something?
We are sisters of battle. A bond closer than true blood.
I can see it. I can see it in your faces.
Perfect answer.
Yeah. All right. Now, aside from what I have, there's a couple of other people in town who have things for you. I think my stuff is more important, but I can't say that for sure. Bisha's stuff is also very important. She's that big lady over there with the farmers. I am mostly protecting the way out for villagers. Bisha's protecting our food stores. Doja Radicio does have some things to do, but honestly, I think they're not important. Let's start with my stuff. I have 2 things that I need immediate help with. First, the roads leading to the west are under attack by a bandit group that's taking advantage of the situation. I need you to go over there and knock some heads and remind them not to hurt our pilgrims.
Sounds fun.
Secondly, we managed to get some beef herd down the mountain from Tama before the flow cut us off. Unfortunately, this area has a lot of predators that we weren't expecting, and the beef herd's under attack. If you're up for some monster hunting instead of some banditry, we could use the help with that.
Which would you say is the higher priority?
That's harder. I do have other mercenaries that could go after the bandits, but right now no one's willing to go further up the mountain to protect the beef herds.
It's
Also,
understandable if the mountain's about to explode.
yes, I should mention that some of the things that the Doge has to do could also take you further up the mountain, so you could perhaps do 2 with 1, if you get my meaning.
What's the time estimation on this thing going kaput?
We have no idea. The monastery was cut off shortly after they told us.
And turn back to the group. It's like, well, I mean, we're here.
Yeah. Do we want to maybe talk to Rodicchio and Beach? Is that her name?
Bisha.
Beach.
Bisha.
Bisha. Okay. Do we want to talk to them and see what they have, and then we can, once we have all the information, then we can narrow it down?
Yeah.
Very
sure.
well.
Okay.
You're the introductions one. Go.
Me?
You're pleasant.
What?
Yeah. Go. You're pleasant. Go. Go talk to him.
I have a charisma of 4.
You're convinced that you're the face of the party. Go on.
I am,
Me too.
I am.
You're adorable. Go.
Hi, Doja Cat. I can't get it out of my head. That's his name now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. He's actively standing with Bisha right now. Where did I stick Bisha's model of all places? Well, you know what? She's not there right now. Don't worry about it. But they are standing together right now. But so Rodicchio and Bisha are standing together. They're talking about Bisha is explaining to him at the moment when you run up that it's a little bit more important to go for food rather than scrolls. And he's like, yes, obviously I know that, but you know, it's just it's the entire history of our village, you know, and it might go up in the flames. So, you know, is there any like farmers you could spare? And Beach is like, no, of course not. It's not. It's absolutely not the thing. I can. We got to store grain, Rodicchio, grain, or we're gonna have no food if this place goes up. And he's like, yes, okay. You know, you're right. Oh, the little person again.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes.
How are?
Hi.
Yes. What would you like?
So we talked to your friend, and he told us there was some stuff we could do, but we wanted to check with you guys first to make sure that there wasn't, like, we want to make sure we know all of the things that need done before we decide what it is that we want to do.
Right. Bisha, you were just saying you could use some strong arms. Yeah, I could. You people are good with, are you handy with a sword? Maybe? You good with the lay of the land?
I kind of like pat the dual swords like the hilt. It's just like tap tap.
Right.
Why?
I got 2 of them. You think I'd be carrying them around if I didn't know how to use them? These aren't for show.
Right, but are you good at finding your way?
No.
Well,
Vernon pops up and he
My
says, well, of course we are.
survival
I'm one of the
is
greatest navigators in this entire land.
Roll me a
Vernon,
deception check.
Humble Shanks,
Let's-
nice to meet you.
Roll me a
Bull
deception
Shank's the
check.
navigator, man.
Nah.
I was
Are you
gonna
actually
say
saying that?
Yes.
Oh, well then absolutely deception.
Okay, great. That's what I thought.
So I know that you're not
Deception.
actually a good navigator.
Oh, I
everybody's
got a
survival.
1, which translates into a 7.
7. Yeah, she looks very askew at you. But her eyes do pass over Rathgirther very quickly. And you notice that Bisha and Rathgirther are almost the same height, thereabouts.
Who's taller?
Who's taller? Oh, that's a good question. Here, you know what? I'm gonna flip a coin. Give me a
Rollies,
second.
rollies.
Oh, wait a second. Yeah, rolling.
Yeah,
Roll me
should I do
roll
a
me
tall check?
Roll me a d6. Roll me a d6. Tell me what you get.
All right. 4.
Sort
Or oh, you win. Rathgirther grows like 2 inches. No. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
you
that's
are.
right.
You are again. You're at least an inch or 2 taller than her.
Rathgirther is the minute she notices this woman, she is like puffing herself up and trying to look as big as possible.
Absolutely. At the sight of another orcish person, you see like she completely dismisses Vernon at first, and then she goes, all right, well, you know, you got at least one person here who could probably handle themselves in a thicket, so all right, look, there's a nearby wooded area that we use for game and for spare wood, and I need to get in there to clear some out. We need wood to build extra grain storage here because there's none in this damn city because it's not. I usually live further up the mountain in Tema. That's where all the farming stuff is. There's no grain stores here. There's like one warehouse and it's already full of junk. So I need to build some. The problem is that wood is filled with some sort of something. The woodsmen won't go near it. They keep saying it's haunted or something. So plus side, it's not up the mountain, it's just off to the side a bit, so you're not really in any danger of the flow as far as I'm aware. But there's one other thing. The farming village Tema, further up the mountain where I was from, we lost contact. And there are still quite a bit of food up there, not to mention villagers. I don't want you to go all the way up there right now, but we could use somebody to scout a way up. The original flow that cut them off might be dry by now. It's just a little bit to the north.
We'll see what we can do, and as for your haunted forest, we have much experience murdering ghosts.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yes.
Would Randy know anything about any haunted things that could be lurking around?
You can ask him. Right now, Randy is giving the finger to Rathgirther, even though Rathgirther definitely can't see Randy.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask.
Okay.
If is it Randy?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what could be haunting this area?
I don't know. I could see. I could check, but you know, you gotta get me closer. I gotta be closer to find out.
How
I hate this.
can you not leave me? Are you attached to me?
Yeah,
you
no,
all
look,
right?
here's as far as I can go. And like he leans out as far as he can and like try and like slap at Rathgirther or Emery or somebody, and he just can't do it. He's like he's
How-
more or less stuck to your body.
Is it cold in here?
Oh,
Or is it just me?
Draft.
okay. I'm going to I'm going to talk to the rest of the team now. So, hey guys,
Hmm.
Yes.
we might be
Yeah.
able to figure out what's haunting this area if we can get closer.
Well,
Okay.
If you can get me closer.
typically, yes.
So we're gonna be lumberjacks and cow herders.
Well, let's
and...
talk to Radicchio first. Let's
I'm
see,
right
because
to hear.
we have. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Hi. Yeah. What is it that you would like help with?
Well, actually, because you might be going a little bit north to find out that the path up to Tema, that's really close to my old villa where I used to teach. I used to have a school there for the children. And I keep all of the village's scroll works there. All of it. All of our stuff. All of the stories, all of the history of the village, my spaghetti. It's
Whoa, we're so close.
I couldn't help it.
Getting
Listen,
through the
listen.
conversation without an Italian joke. Wow, Jay.
The secret is nutmeg. The secret is always nutmeg.
My meatballs.
These meatballs. How spicy are they?
Yeah.
They're about to be
I-
very spicy if
I
there's a
live on the
volcano.
That's
So yes, if you could recover some scrolls, perfect. And then, in addition to that, just before the monastery was cut off, they were sending their one of their monks, one of their elder brothers, down here to give us the last prognostications as to when this volcano is going to explode. But he came via Tema and was probably cut off. So if you go up there and you see where the village to Tema is connected again, maybe you find him wandering back to us. Maybe.
Hmm.
okay.
Yes.
Well, I think that it's very clear which of these is the one that we should do.
of course.
Yeah,
the
but-
I mean,
haunted
there's no-
forest.
The scrolls,
Why?
because knowledge is very important.
Knowledge.
Yes.
Knowledge is for the weak. The strong have no need of such things.
We can tell.
But you said I was strong.
You are strong, and thus
And-
do not require knowledge.
How? But Tim like doesn't know how to compute
Think of it
any
this
of
way.
that, and she's just like,
Think of it this way, Timothy.
It's because
That-
she can't read the scrolls.
That's true. I never.
well,
learned.
maybe if we go up there and I read them to you, and you're like, oh my gosh, these are so freaking cool, then maybe you'll like them, and then you'll realize that we need them.
Let me impart some wisdom on you.
Okay.
This is something you won't learn in your little schools, and this is something you learn on the streets. To gain a new knowledge is a sign of weakness. It means that you did not possess that knowledge in the first place. The strong of mind already know everything worth knowing.
But there's new stuff but you can't know the things that haven't happened yet, and you can't know the things that are still being invented.
And they are not worth knowing.
And that's the end of that. Curtain call.
I'm just
Thank
gonna,
you
like,
for
kinda-
watching What's Left of Us. It's
I'm just gonna like kind of tuck over to Tim and just be like, I understand. I think she's probably a lost cause on this one. You guys can have your little book club when we get back from whatever hellish mountain we're about to go up. I think at this point, saving people is going to be more important than saving scrolls and shit. But we can
But what's-
try. We can try when we're up there. But if it starts coming down, then we should focus on the people who are alive. And you know what? Oral tradition is a very common thing. They can just rewrite books. And honestly, why would you store a bunch of flammable stuff near the top of a volcano anyway? That's honestly their
Well,
own fault. That's
it's-
survival of the
My question is why
Not
they're
stupid.
building grain stores out of wood
It's-
when there's a volcano.
Yeah, no,
about
I
to
think that's
erupt.
dumb too. But
That's-
it's
I mean,
that
it's
seems
not
a little
it's not
silly.
at the top of the mountain. We're very low. Tama's not
Slope,
even at the
though.
top of the mountain. It's on the
There aren't a
slope.
lot of easily
Yeah.
transportable building materials as sturdy as wood, are there?
But you understand how gravity works, right?
I do not.
I'm not talking to you.
I do.
I didn't mean for that to be as mean as it was, but I guess
No,
it
that
is.
is-
Emery had the delightful little shit-eating grin on her face.
No, even if you're at the bottom of a mountain, when the lava comes down, it flows
Oh.
down with gravity, and it's
Yes,
gonna
but
get here.
Velasso, the city itself, actually Tema, has almost never been hit by any sort of flow.
There's a
the
first
volcano-
time for everything.
Yeah, no, I
sure,
think I'm with
but
him with this one.
we have this thing that guards the city that protects the protect us from the flow. There's a ridge up higher than my villa that usually deflects the flow, and that's why it never hit us. You see,
But they
Breastplate
said
over
that
there
this is
said
gonna
that
be the biggest one.
right? But we
Yeah.
don't know how big because the brother from the monastery never reached us.
Shouldn't you plan for the worst case scenario?
We don't know what that is.
I think the worst case scenario is your entire fucking village burns, my guy.
Well,
See, now this
that's
is why you
why
need
we're
to read
planning on
books.
leaving.
Then
Right,
why
that's
do you
why
need
we are.
grain stores here?
Oh no, we are building the grain stores a little bit further to the west.
Okay.
You've just got an answer for everything.
I am the Doge. I'm supposed to have an answer for everything.
Yeah.
Tell
some people
Fint I am
are
doing
like,
a good job. He doesn't believe in me when I do a good job.
We're not here to pat your ego. We're here to like save people. So
No, I want him to think I'm a cool.
that's gonna be up to you, bud. So where are we going?
Vernon slides him a flyer to necromancers.
No!
Believe me, if you want anybody to think you're cool, you gotta come and shop with us here
Like
in
Classic cult behavior. You
yes,
tear them
yes.
down so you can build them back up.
I'm just saying, we've got the best textiles and patterns in all of the land.
Oh, who are
Yes.
the children? Is this
That's
like
not
a
important
reading
right
a group?
now.
No, are you sure?
No, this is not important. He looks over at Emery. It's not important, I swear.
I'll
No,
have to
it's
talk about
it's
it
a
later.
charity. It's a charity. Believe me, any of our proceeds they go to the children, and it helps every child in the land. Yes.
Oh, perfect. Okay, well then here, have this for now. And he hands you a pouch with 10 gold in it.
All right, thank you. I will make sure the children get it. And Vernon
Anything
just kinda
for the
sinks back
children.
into the rest of the
Anything.
You could have been doing that this whole time.
crowd. I guess so.
So what
A
is
true businessman looks for the opportunity.
is Sparks made out of steel or iron?
Sparks is made out of a combination of wood and iron.
It's flammable.
Yeah, I think lava would melt him then. That's okay.
I mean, lava would melt all of us. So that's a risk that we're all kind of taking.
But it was more like, could I send him like through lava if I needed to?
I mean, lava doesn't like immediately burn and melt everything. If you move real fast, you'll just get surface burns, right? And wood has like, listen, not to
Please
get
do not
into
take
like,
this podcast as actual medical advice, please.
well, first of all, don't ever run on lava.
Yeah.
J-Core TV on Twitch encourages viewers to walk on lava.
Lava,
lawsuit
not really
is being
hot, says
updated.
Twitch streamer.
This is just as bad as that Lizzo thing.
Right.
TV is taking some heat today.
Oh,
Dude, that's some BuzzFeed stuff. Not to get into some engineering stuff, but the reason why we tend to build homes out of wood is because wood lasts longer in a fire than steel does. So, yeah, yeah. Plus, this is like the best lava. This is the free range stuff. Artisanal
Primo
lava.
quality
Breasted.
lava.
Yeah.
you eat that shit, it's gonna clear you out like nothing else.
Absolutely. Okay, so while the scene closes on you folks deciding where you want to go, it has been an hour. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a very quick break. And welcome back, everybody. I hope you all had a pleasant break. We did. Question mark?
Definitely.
Pretty sure I don't know why my inflection went up at the end of that sentence, but it did, so I'm living with it. One of us hates each other and we don't know which one it is.
I thought it was just your proximity to Minnesota just shining through,
the Canadian thing to do. We always ask a question instead of stating something for a fact.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were just finishing up. Let's go right to the map, actually. We were just finishing up talking about what quests we wanted to do first. It looks like several of them are in the vague vicinity of each other. So you can certainly kill a few at the same time. Um,
Well,
You're
we
about
discussed during the
midday.
break that we're going to fight the volcano instead.
Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta fight the volcano specifically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Roll initiative.
That's right.
Gonna be playing Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix while we do it.
That's right.
What's the volcano's AC?
It's gotta be pretty big, right?
Fucking
Pretty
volcano.
small. I don't know.
It's
yeah.
very low. It just has like 1 billion hit points.
Oh, shit.
Really easy to punch the volcano. Not so easy to actually do hellable damage to it.
It's like that one Final Fantasy 15 botch with like 5 million HP.
That's right.
He's
That
gotta
sounds
whack
like
with
a
a
job
stick.
for One Punch Man.
God, I love that. All right. So don't get me into my love for One Punch Man.
Even season 2.
I don't know if I've seen season 2. I'm not certain.
Not very good.
Oh shit. Real quick, my introduction to One Punch Man, incidentally, was all my friends going, "It's so cool, it's so funny, like this dude kills everything with one punch." And so all the hype for the episodes are all everything else. And then the first episode they show me is like the one where he's fighting that alien king and it takes him more than one punch to kill him. And I was like, you guys lied to me. I was sold.
Also, what a bad way to start that show, because that's like the culmination of so much.
Right.
Like,
I was
and
very
it's
lost.
all downhill now because that's the coolest thing to happen in the show.
Right. Mhm. God damn. Speaking
I
of
don't
cool
watch
thing to
anime
happen in
because
the
I'm not a
show.
fucking nerd.
Damn it.
Really?
Wait a second. Is this the same person who just did over an hour on the Willy Wonka extended universe?
No.
Go check
Also,
out.
I don't think you can play that card when we're all here playing Dungeons and Dragons. So
I am obviously the coolest of all of us. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Tim's in her I don't give a fuck arc.
I mean, I skateboard, so I got that.
That's skateboard, see?
Square up.
I literally teach people how to use swords.
I've got some
In
cool
fact,
rocks
we
in
should
my
we should
backyard.
merge our stuff. I think Mildred, I should teach you how to use a sword to joust people while you're on your skateboard.
well, I
That
teach people
would
how to
actually
write,
kick
and the
ass.
pen is mightier than the sword. So
Okay,
Who's
you
the
bring
real
your
winner?
pen to my fencing, Sal, and we'll see who wins.
Turns out her pen is actually a lightsaber as well.
She just throws it at me. It hits me in the eye. Ah!
okay, I'm sorry, I derailed things.
No, it's okay. It's perfect. That was a great
We all
derail. I
did.
love it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, okay, so you were thrown a lot of things that your party could do to help the current situation. What do you folks think is the most important?
So I wrote down, and fill in my memory if I'm missing something. We have the option: go up the mountain, get cows, predators in parentheses. We've got go be lumberjacks in a haunted forest, not up the mountain, next to it. We have get food from mountain village ? Was that a thing?
There's just the
it-
general like go to Tema,
well,
whatever.
yeah,
and
find
get-
the way through if there is a way through. It's like a scouting mission.
Find the path. Okay, got it. Because yeah, there was like mention of getting some foodstuffs, and then there is go get the library,
Yep.
which is I think probably our lowest priority. but
How
would be a
dare you.
bonus.
How dare you?
Listen, every other thing here involves stuff that's alive, and I mean, I guess
You
the,
can
like,
breed new cows.
you
Right.
You
can,
can write new books.
yeah,
Not the same.
Plus, that house could be full of mimics. You guys don't know.
yeah.
I-
Listen, if we have time, we can do it, but I think we should focus on the things that are maybe
It's on the way.
it's on the way.
Yep. There
I
was
think that
also
mayhaps if we take these in like the high, it seems like the higher priority stuff is up at the top of the mountain, so maybe we could just go up there and then hit a bunch of shit on the way down and hope that we don't get chased by lava.
And on the way down is fun too, because even if the lava comes, we can like find some really cool shaped rocks and surf down the mountain on the lava.
That I see no issue with this logic whatsoever. Plus,
No.
as a former, delivery driver, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
It's also a lot faster to go down a mountain than it is up it.
especially if you're surfing. Yeah.
Yes.
Incidentally,
Serious.
Maldris, I know you don't need this, but Randy is absolutely like, this is not a good idea.
Mel's kind of aware.
These people are insane.
I can't believe that Mal is being haunted by old Greg.
I was thinking the same thing. Can I show you my watercolors?
This one's old Greg. This one's old Greg. Just he started doing that voice, and I got flashbacks to when my friend first showed me that in college. I'm like, what am I watching?
Yep.
I'm actually doing a very specific reference to Kung Pao, Enter the Fist.
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't
shit.
seen that.
I haven't seen that
fiancé
in
is
like a
gonna love
decade.
that.
It has not aged particularly well.
Nope.
Oh, really?
Nope.
I haven't.
Oh,
I also
no,
haven't watched
but
it in
like-
a decade, so. Well,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah,
What
thinking
are you
about
gonna
it.
do? Yeah. All right. So
So what is it what is the highest like elevation? Is Tema is there anything that we're doing that is above Tema?
yeah, so on the table set in the middle of the pavilion, there is a map of the area to help out with mercenaries and stuff. And so you can see that the locations that they want to. So, for instance, the Doge's thoughts were that the potential path back to Tema that they want you to scout and his villa are very close to each other. And you can see on the map that his villa is actually not very far from here up the mountain. And Tema also is not very far up the mountain either. You're on the side of the mountain that slopes very gently compared to the side on the seaside of the mountain. And so it's like, I don't know, it might take you maybe an hour to get to these locations if by walking. It's not difficult looking. Tema itself might be half an hour to, or sorry, not half an hour, like maybe like 10 hours because it's like up through ravines and stuff to get there. But that's the only reason why. It's relatively close. It's above the ridge that Doge Radicchio mentioned when he said that there is a ridge that protects the actual main city of Velasso from getting hit by a volcanic flow. So all of your missions are more or less within like an hour's walk of where you are.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I would say let's go to the one that's the farthest up and then make our way down.
'Cause, yeah, even the stuff that's the furthest up is like before getting to the ridge, right? So there's theoretically, hypothetically, less of a danger if we stay on this side of the ridge that the.
I mean, until we get to
Yeah.
Tema.
The scouting path to try and find out where the path might lay open for Tema, there's a marking on it that says that the flow has been through there, and that's why they think that it might be like it might be safe now to go see.
Okay.
How would we get word? Do they have like carrier pigeons or something that we?
They
could...
assume you'll find it and come back. Like they don't want you to actually go to Tema. They want you to go there and see what's going on. If there's a feasible way through.
I remember I always have Sparks and I can always send him back with a message too. If we want to like stay in Tema and like help or bring stuff, I can always send Sparks back with a map or something.
Yeah,
Because he's a good boy.
I feel like if we're going to be sending him out on missions, this is not a priority, but eventually we're going to have to do the magical equivalent of tying a balloon to him so that we know where he is. Because
I have a mother's intuition. I can always find him if I just listen to my heart.
and leave a trail of screws and sprinkles
And that
out
too.
of town.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that would work.
Okay.
So the task that's highest up would be scouting out the trail to Tema.
Mhm.
Right.
And then from going down the mountain from there, what's the order of operations?
The villa is almost immediately to the southeast of the where they think they want you to scout, and then the herd is directly to the east of that. And then if you really want to, you can keep going a little bit further east of that. And eventually, if you go down the mountain far enough, the woods are there. That's a little further, though. You don't know if you can hit that in the same day.
So Tema Villa cows.
If we go to the villa, how are we gonna bring back all that shit?
I have a really big bag.
Okay, really big bag. Are we talking about like bringing an entire library back? Guys,
It's
talking
a bunch
about
of
like
scrolls.
it's the whole history. You think we could maybe like coerce a bag of holding out of these people if we say that we're gonna use it to rescue their freaking city's full history?
Yeah. People really, I mean, most people, and I'm going to shoot a look at Rathgurther, really care about like books and stories and history and stuff. I'm sure that it is very valuable to them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then let's go do some coercion, because I'm not shoving that shit in my backpack. That shit's gonna be way too heavy.
Well, once Sparks gets back, does he happen to have any kind of storage capabilities?
Not yet.
No, I mean, no, he does not.
You could put
I
saddlebags
was
on
thinking
him,
maybe his
probably.
like belly.
Okay.
Like, open
I
up.
have a thought. It hinges on them being able to supply us with some sort of way to store all these scrolls. We go up to the top, we figure out the path, we go down, we just shove as much shit into, like, if they can give us a bag of holding, then that would be preferable. But if not, we just shove as much shit in the bag of some sort of carrying thing, and we write them a note that says, here's the deal with the path. We put that on Sparks, we send him back to town, and then we continue on our way.
Perfect.
I like
Even
the sound
better.
of that.
We have to go coerce them into giving us a bag of holding, if they have that.
Worst case scenario, we have our own pockets.
Right.
I am not carrying a bunch of fucking scrolls.
No, not
More for me.
squirrels.
Scrolls!
I would carry a bunch of squirrels.
As would I.
That's the gnome thing
Yes,
to
I
do,
am
though, if
P.
you see
Squirrels in
Gravity
my
Falls. That's
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna go up to town leader Chinchilla Man.
Doja
I
Cat.
like his name is just warping.
Oh
Thank
yeah.
you, hon, I appreciate it.
Be like, hey, how badly do you want those scrolls?
Very badly.
All right. We might be able to do something. If we're going up, we might be able to help out with that, but we need a way to carry them. Do you have any sort of like bag of holding you could lend us that we can make use of?
Not the here. I have a scroller case that I use when I have to bring materials with me on, like, sometimes I have to homeschool kids, further up the mountain who can't come down from Tema sometimes. So there's a
Is
scroller
it like
case.
a bottomless scroll case? How much material are we talking here?
It's a special scroll case. It'll hold a lot of scrolls.
But how many scrolls are in this library that you're trying to get us to bring
Oh,
back?
thousands, but you don't need to bring home all of them. Just a couple of very specific ones.
How are we supposed to know which ones are important?
I've
Do you have a special
organized it.
box that says these are the
I
important
can
ones?
speed read. You tell me the titles. I'll remember them. I have a magic
Yes.
brain.
I have a little song that I use to keep them. It's about the duodecimal system. It
Visible.
was on a program called Arthur.
Fantasy program.
Vernon has
Fantasy
so many
Arthur.
questions.
From Fantasy TVO. It's that's a joke.
Yeah,
for
I've
Ontarians.
read those stories.
That's-
I know exactly what you're talking about. We are on the same wavelength.
Excellent. Then you'll know.
Then I know.
Absolutely. I trust you.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right.
So, it seems like this whatever scroll. I mean, listen, we could take the scroll. I'm like kind of leaning down into him. It's like, listen, we could take the scroll case, or we should just literally shove everything in our pockets, because it sounds like now he wants us to bring up just more shit that's going to be heavier.
No, I can carry it. It's fine. Let's just once we get there, I'll have a better idea of how to do it.
I am rapidly losing confidence in this library raid.
It's gonna be great. Nothing will go wrong.
Don't say that.
Losing confidence.
Losing confidence. So you set up northward and start heading a little bit to the west because that's the way that you're traveling to get to this spot. And you notice that you can see far off to the west on the higher spur of the mountain. You can see that there is lava currently flowing, and it's moving very slowly. And that seems like no one seems to be worried about it. So that seems to be like the normal way things are supposed to happen here. But you also see as you get further in, so you've been about a half an hour now, and you can actually see because of the way you're traveling, you can see the Doge's villa coming up just off this way. Before you even reach the pass that you're supposed to be scouting, and you can see that there's some fires, just light fires in the brush, indicating that perhaps maybe some flaming rocks have been chucked in that direction from the mountain at some point, or maybe even like a really slow, small spur of the flow is starting to reach it, which is a little bit concerning, and obviously information that they don't have.
Scream down the side of the mountain, hey! There's fire!
Like no one's around.
No, of course not. Can I like look around and see if there's any like indication what would have started the fires?
If you want to get a little closer to the villa, you can.
How far off the trail that we're going up is it?
Not overly far. The trail itself is meant to run to the villa, so you'd actually have to leave the trail to go to the spur that you were trying to look to.
We just like squint at it, be like,
Yeah, you can give me a perception check from this far out and see what you can see.
What's my perception? Because that's a 13 plus something. 13 plus -1, 12.
Hey, you can see that there's a little bit of fire. That's about it. It doesn't seem to be overly threatening the village just yet, but it might.
So, what we could do is Tim and Sparks could go to the villa. And Tim, listen, but Tim is the one who like knows how to get all the books and stuff, and you're gonna have to come back through on your way back down anyway. So why, like, she can collect stuff.
Yeah, but like the idea was that this was the low priority thing.
Not for Tim.
Split them. You understand why I'm hesitant to let you do this by yourself, right?
I'll be fine. It's fine.
This is definitely a scenario in which things do not normally go fine, is the thing, though.
Are you in scenarios like this a lot?
Did you miss the part where I told you that I died?
Oh, yeah. No, I forgot
died
about
several
that.
times on the tube.
Yeah, well, aside from that, I have seen more death than any of you. Anyway,
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
But it'll be fine. And if it gets bad, I can just go back down the mountain and it's no biggie. Or I can meet you with the cows.
I think that whatever we do, we need to stay together. Group vote.
Okay, but Sparks gets a vote too.
He's your dog. He does whatever you say. That's like giving you 2 votes.
Yes. I don't see the issue.
Okay, all in favor of Tim's suicidal plan?
Yeah, this is 2 hands.
Okay, all opposed?
And my hand is raised.
Randy would also like to judge his. He doesn't want to go to get the books.
Why do I feel a weird chill?
Do you remember when we were on the Chew and we were we were trying to get to the engine room, and because I wanted to go there, and that's how we figured out how to fix everything.
We're
We did that together.
Sometimes following where the knowledge is and following your curiosity and imagination is the best way to solve your problem. So I don't see how this is any different.
I'm crouching in front of Tim, kind of getting more on her level. It's like, look.
It's condescending.
I get no. Emery sort of sees Tim as like a surrogate little sister at this point, and just kind of like sitting down and being like, "Hey, I get it. You want to get the knowledge. I respect it. We have stuff that prioritizes people's lives here. I know. I don't think that you going off and doing this by yourself is a smart move, because you that fucking manticore came out of nowhere. If you had been by yourself, what would you have done?
Sparks would have protected me.
Let's not forget who did most of the damage in that fight.
Well,
I also took a hit for you.
I mean, it was a group effort. I don't think we can really...
Listen, if it's still there when we come back from figuring out this path so the people can, like, all the people in that village up there can get down safely, once we've secured that, then we can go back and check out the library, okay? Come on, we're wasting time. I'm up and I'm on the move.
Okay. Fine. She's gonna do the thing where she kind of like drags her feet as she's walking.
Drags her hammer behind herself.
She's super grumpy.
It's a little ditty called Compromise. They can rewrite the books.
I don't know that it's compromise. I think it's just doing what everyone else wants.
That's democracy, baby.
Yep. That's fine.
Well, it sucks.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, Vernon was starting to come around to it a little bit, be like, actually, since there might be some really evil shit on the way there, it might help to have some knowledge of the history. But he doesn't say that out loud. He just thinks it to himself. He doesn't want to stir up any kind of trouble with the group.
Oh no, are you scared of possible things on the mountain, fancy boy? Fancy britches?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Aw.
I'm not a fighter. I'm a salesman.
Uh-huh. And yet you're still here.
I'm a capitalist.
Jim?
Yes, there's gold to be had, solutions to be innovated.
Well, listen, if you're gonna be a coward, you can go back down the mountain.
Oh, I didn't say anything about that. I still need to
then
know my
keep
demographics and whatnot.
Knees high, fancy britches, let's go.
All right, everybody.
If we hurry up, we might make it back before the villa explodes. Come on.
Ambiance. Oh, look, the fire actually,
It's foggy.
That's right. Everybody, you come to a spot, a break in the ridge, which is why you were directed to this spot. It's clearly where they said that they wanted you to go. This is like a ravine that splits the ridge, which is obviously why the flow came down here first. It's like an offshoot for it. And typically the flow doesn't go down the mountain towards Velasso from here. It follows the ridge line, right? And you see that it definitely did that. And there is, whilst there are some spots that still have not quite cooled yet, with some ginger stepping, you notice that there is quite a bit of it that is solid, if not slightly shifty under your feet. It is warm. There is smoke. There is large glowy bits from the lava that is still slightly pooling down the side of this open ravine. And further in front of you, it's not marked right now, but the ravine closes up into this tunnel almost that is, from even looking here, much hotter but cooling. From what you can see here, it looks like this might actually be a viable way to Tema, provided no other flows come through.
That's the catch.
Yeah.
If anything else comes through here, we're fucked.
But if we send people quickly,
yes,
like I can send Sparks back now.
That is
there
true.
Was a monitoring station labeled here, very near to where we are, which is why I have this part of the map made. So you know that the monitoring station should be somewhere. It's like an
Is that
outpost
the
of rangers.
remains of the monitoring station that we're looking at?
Oh, I don't know. The one that's on fire? Yes, yes, it is. You can investigate if you
Fuego?
wish. El
Yeah, I'm gonna
Fuego.
go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, I gotta roll dice for that. Sorry.
That's right.
that's
Go
not
ahead
very
and
good.
give me some investigation checks. That's intelligence. You should be able to nail that one.
Investigation. That's a 9 total. Did not roll super good.
The tents here are on fire. That's about as close as you can figure.
The tents are on fire.
What?
I got a 1+1, which is 2.
Vernon, it's very
God
smoky.
damn.
You notice lots of lava formed stone, and you start to get the idea immediately. Like, what if I get somebody who can manipulate lava and make stone from masonry, and then sell it? It's right. Like the
Yes,
possibilities are endless.
People would love to have those just like sitting around. In fact, I have the ability to chill things just by touching.
Would that be an ability called Chill Touch?
It is, in fact.
Chill Touch is necromancy,
it is.
though,
It
isn't
is, yeah.
Perhaps.
I rolled
perhaps.
a 14 to
14.
investigate.
There you are. Let me just. There we go.
So what I was thinking is maybe I could just go up and touch the lava and chill it till it stops being, hot. But I don't know how feasible that is.
Okay, that's what I wanted. You probably think that's a good idea.
Considering that roll, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
1 second.
Okay, so Tim, you said you rolled a 14, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
You notice that there are charred remains of the campers' gear, so it looks like they didn't evacuate in time. And with a little bit more poking around, you notice a single hand poking up from one of the cooling stones.
Is it like super crispy?
It's real crispy. It's yeah. It's upsetting.
Yeah, this is definitely making Tim rethink her. Yes, I can brave the lava.
Right. Maldris, in addition to that, Randy starts tugging on your sleeve.
What is it?
There's something under the ground. Something you gotta get ready. Something under the ground. They're mad.
I'm gonna just panic and tell everybody that there's something under the ground. Get ready.
What?
And the hand begins to move.
Oh,
No, gosh.
I'm going to ask everybody to roll initiative and give me half a moment. So I'm just
Don't get
reorganizing
enough
you
dice.
roughly where I believe you would be.
Oh, that's a 18.
Hang on. Hold on to those for a second. I gotta figure out some stuff.
Humble 9.
Okay, now I also have to get
Oh no.
right. That's not what I wanted. We are. No, for the cyberpunk. I want undead stuff. There we are. Okay, so the ground starts to burst upwards a little bit, not explosively, slowly, and things start coming out of the ground, covered in the cooling remnants of rock. These are zombies of some sort. You're not sure what, but the remains of the crew that were here just start lifting themselves off the ground and begin shambling towards you with vicious intent. Crispy and smelling horrible, like burnt hair and, well, the things that burning dead people smell like, which I have not smelled, so I am being artful here.
Does anybody smell bacon?
Oh.
I'll be like bust up right next to you.
I am so hungry now.
I'm extremely hungry. Okay, so 25 to 20.
22.
22 for Tim. That would mean
Nice.
Sparks goes right after you, if I recall, right?
Yep.
And
Um,
Timothy.
20 to 15.
18.
I got 15.
Nice. Where is Emery? There she is. And there is Vernon. You got 15. The zombies, I'm going to scatter around all of you here. There we go. 10 to 5.
9.
And then I guess Maldorus,
Oh,
you got
no.
extremely low.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh no.
4.
Oof, that's unfortunate. Well, thanks to Randy's intervention, you are not surprised as the Flowborn break out of the inside of the rock.
Lowborn? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Because I'm cool as shit and I make awesome monsters.
Yeah.
Tim, these
Yes.
things are hot to stand near. That's the first thing you notice. They're
Ah.
still covered in active magma. And you notice as you're so close to them that the skin on their bodies are trying to reform, but the burning of the magma is stopping it. I need you to do whatever you're going to do. It's your turn.
Okay. What I would like to do is, oh gosh, I want to take the dodge action, actually.
Okay.
I just
Absolutely.
kind of want to like, and then with my bonus action, I'm going to command, Sparks to force empowered rend whichever one is closest to me. So either the little crouchy guy or the zombie, like traditional zombie dude.
The traditional zombie. Okay. Yeah, they're both fairly close, so he's just gonna go for the traditional zombie because he's closer.
Okay, doke.
Go ahead and roll his attack and stuff.
All right, let me remember how to do that. All right, so it's just a normal d20. That is an 18 for him.
Gotcha.
Spell attack modifier to hit, so yeah.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And then 1d8 plus proficiency bonus. That is a 6 plus 2, so 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Yeah, and I think that is all that does.
That's pretty cool. Okay, 8 points of damage. Is it like it's piercing damage? I would imagine, right?
Oh gosh.
Oh no, wait, it's force damage because you said
Oh,
force
it is
empowered
force.
rend.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. So the force damage, instead of severing anything, it just blows into the zombie. And you said it was what, 8 damage?
Yeah.
Damn. And it like caves in part of its chest, and it just.
Oh.
That would be yours and Sparks' turn, or is it Sparks' turn still afterwards?
No, yeah, I commanded him to do that action, so that is his action,
Okay.
and he has no bonus actions.
Okay, I need Sparks to make a dex saving throw.
Oh gosh.
As he rips into the zombie, parts of its blood and viscera start pouring out, and it's all like hot magmatized innards.
So that's a d20. So that's a 14 plus dexterity, so plus 1 plus proficiency bonus, so plus 3, so that is 14 plus 3 is 17.
Gotcha. Yeah, you manage it. Sparks dodges out of the way as this splatters on the ground in front of him and like starts like hissing and sizzling and yeah. The zombie issues forwards and is going to make a couple of like swipes at Sparks for offending. Sparks' AC is
15.
15. He misses with both of his clumsy strikes.
Yes. He's just gonna kind of growl.
Amory, it's your turn.
Alrighty, so I'm kind of down here a little bit, so I guess I'm just gonna like go up and wail on, like kind of move up these stairs and just wail on this one that's closest to me.
Absolutely.
So
I'll have to
that
move over
is
here.
I need to get out of that tab. Short sword hit number 1.
Go for it.
That's a 6.
6 does not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in with my other sword. That's a 23.
That absolutely hits.
Big smacky. That's a 7 damage.
7 damage. Gotcha.
Save him. And then I guess like I'm gonna save my action surge until it looks like there's something real fucked up happening. But for right now, I
Gotcha.
think I'm calling it a day for now.
I need you, Wrathgirther, and Vernon to make reflex saves. Or, well, reflex saves. Jesus, I'm old. Dexterity saving throws. As you strike it.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you're fine.
11.
I
You're
got a
fine?
12.
You're also fine. All of you back up just in time for the splatter to just miss you. And that is that. This guy over here moves in and attempts to strike twice at Tim.
He gets disadvantage because I'm taking the dodge action.
Absolutely. What's your AC?
Oh gosh, 15.
15. He actually hits you even with disadvantage the first time. And the second strike.
Then what I'm gonna do is deflect attack. Oh wait, no,
Oh,
that
shit.
just imposes disadvantage.
Yeah.
Never mind. So he already had
That's fine.
disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Double disadvantage.
Yeah.
The second strike misses you, but his big like flaming claw hits you for 4 regular damage and 3 fire
Yikes.
damage as the lava just kind of like sticks to your skin for a minute and then falls off.
Ouch.
Right.
I mean, she of course does a scream,
Ah!
and not just a like a literal
Like a proper-
blood curdling. Yeah,
Aw.
she has not been hurt like this probably ever.
Sparks like immediately looks over in your direction, like things are getting real, right? Like,
No. No.
let's see here. It is Vernon's turn next. Vernon, you are very close to a bunch of zombies.
Yes. So I think I'm going to do as I, said before and use my chill touch. And
Gotcha.
I'm curious. Since it's even though it's a ranged attack, it only works on like one thing, right? It's not like an area
It
of
does.
effect kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a
going
one
to,
person only.
Okay, I'm going to point to the one directly in between me and Tim. I'm just gonna like do these weird like Naruto hand thingies, and skeletal hand is just gonna shoot out from his chest and hopefully hit. Do I roll this hit/DC thing, right?
Yeah, if Chill Touch has a hit DC, then you roll it. If it's a DC, then I've got to roll instead.
All right, I got a 25.
Oh hell yeah!
That hits. I believe
Nice.
it just does damage, and I've got to take like a saving throw of some sort.
Is a let's see. Let me just double check this really quick.
Sure, go for it.
I don't think it has a saving throw. I don't see it in here anyway.
Okay. It just takes away their reaction, if I recall, right?
Yeah, it just does necrotic damage, 1d8 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And it can't regain hit points until the start of the next turn.
Ah, okay, I gotcha. I was thinking
Until
something
then,
else.
the hand clings to the target.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So go ahead and do your damage then.
All right, I got a 5.
5 damage. Let's see here. Yep. Even though this is obviously some sort of undead, you notice that your necrotic damage tends as actually doing what you expect.
That was actually my next question. Was like, does necrotic damage do anything to the undead? I should have asked that first. Sorry.
And
It kind of
normally,
flew away.
yeah. Normally it does not, but damn. I'm gonna need you and
That's-
Sparks to take a dexterity saving throw, please. Oh wait, no, you wouldn't from this because you didn't slash him. Never mind. I'm done. Sparks like rended the thing. You just like touched him. So that's that. Is there anything else you'd like to do? I think you still have movement and such if you wish to try and move out of here, although you're going to get some opportunity attacks.
No, I'm perfectly fine standing here. I don't think there's really anything else I can do that would help the team. I might be able to just jump behind Emery here and allow her to take the fight to it, since I can still do a range of attacks. But
you right now, if you move, you're going to take 2 opportunity attacks.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm like hesitant to do so. So yeah, I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Let's go to this ghoul here, who, lacking anyone else really to hit, is also going to attempt to attack Tim.
Did it also get disadvantage?
It does.
Because
yeah.
so it's like every okay.
Yeah, that's why the dodge action is really cool. It affects your whole turn. So it misses. And it misses. So your dodge action saved you. It was going to hit you both times there. So
nice.
Again, it misses. Rathgurther, foes abound.
Rathgurther obviously is going for the one that attacked Tim.
You will have to muscle past a couple of them, but you could do it.
Okay, what do I roll for that?
Let's see here. You know what? Because of what you're trying to do, your movement can actually get past all of these guys anyway. So why don't you just give me an athletics check, and we'll see how well that happens.
11.
11? Okay. You manage. Well, yeah, absolutely you do. Yeah, they don't seem to really notice you, so you end up like kind of just like stomping over them basically, and you end up back over here.
I'm imagining like bouncing off of the top of their heads.
Well, I mean, you are in Goomba territory.
That's true.
Rathgurther's just getting in the spirit, like when in Rome, right?
Coins come out of their heads.
First of all, she's going to attack.
Absolutely.
It's a 17 hit.
That absolutely hits.
For do some quick math here, 13 damage.
13 damage. Nice. That's very good. I need you to make it. I need you and Tim to both make dexterity saving throws.
Well, okay, yeah.
Oh wait, you want to wait until the end of all your attacks, rather?
Well, I didn't have another attack, but I did have. I don't know if I could do this because as a bonus action, I can cast Bardic Inspiration, and that might help. I don't know if that helps with saving throws, so it might make a difference. But
I believe it does. Yeah.
So yeah, I as I'm attacking, I turn to Tim and I say, "Do not succumb to your fear."
Cool.
Yeah. Well, she like it's 1 second turn. I can't say a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want? And so you get Bardic Inspiration, which gives you a D6 that you can use towards. Is it a D6? Well,
it's just like, and I can use it for like anything, right?
I'm at third level.
Yeah.
I'm at third level, so no, it is a D6. Yes. Once within the next 10 minutes, you can roll a die and add the number rolled to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Oh, awesome!
There you go.
Well,
you can actually wait until you make the roll and see if you pass before doing it. So
because I rolled a 17 for the dex save, so I think I'm going to hold on to it, but that will be. Yeah, I think I'm going to save it.
And I'll roll one as well. Wait, I think I already did. And it was, I believe, in that one.
Oh no.
So part of the viscera does cling to you, and you take 2 damage. As the sort of boiling fluid hits you.
Ugh.
Nice. This is merely receiving 2 damage. In my other campaign, I'm playing Curse of Strahd. If I took 2 damage in a fight, I'd be like laughing.
Right. Man, if only. I love Curse of Strahd. It's easily one of my favorite modules. So Rathgurther, you notice as you strike, you cleave its head clear off. And it bounces off to the corner and like continues gnawing as though it's trying to bite at you folks, but it can't reach, obviously. And the
Oh.
body, unlike all of the things you know about regular undead, the body doesn't crumple. The skin keeps trying to reform, and although you know it can't see anymore, it's now flailing wildly around itself.
May I do a
Oh, it's
retcon,
the thing.
Dungeon
Yes.
Master?
Absolutely.
Instead of saying "do not succumb to your fear," I instead say "now's no time to lose your head."
Absolutely.
Yo!
Bam.
Oh.
Needs it. Appropriate.
Yes.
I love it.
Now's no time to lose your head.
This zombie can't really, like, he was gonna attack Rathgurther, but then Rathgurther, like, rudely stepped over him. So he's just going to, like, turn this way and lurch towards Vernon. He misses with one, but he gets a critical with the other.
Oh!
Vernon, Vernon, you're going to take 8 slashing damage from his claw, in addition to 6 more fire damage. As the
Thanks, that's what, 14?
yeah.
Fuck, I
Vernon?
am screwed.
Vernon is not within 5 feet of Sparks. Is he? They're like 10
That's a
feet,
good
right?
question, actually. He might be within 5. Hold on. No, he's not, unfortunately.
Ah, damn it.
Oh well, you tried.
Yeah.
Right. That's that zombie's turn. Maldris, your friends are all doing cool shit, and you're, because of your warning, you're way over here.
I'm gonna chuck a dagger. I have
Chuck a
the Zoe
dagger.
did that dagger
Yep.
that it comes back to me, right?
And it gets
I'm
a plus
gonna-
1 to damage and attacks. So
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because I was looking at my inventory and I was like, I don't see that. So it plus 1 to hit and plus 1 damage.
I believe so.
Okay. In that case, I will. Wait, how? They're within 60 feet, right?
Very much so. Let me.
Yeah, they're.
Like this one, the closest one is like, 13 feet from you. You can probably hit any of these you want, really.
Can I hit the one that's in between Ron and, Vernon and Tim Tam?
Yeah, you can hit
Yes.
this guy right over here.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely you can.
Okay, give me. That is a 14.
A 14.
No, that's a 15.
Nice.
15 hits. I mean,
15
14
because
would
he-
have just hit, but 15
Okay.
absolutely hits. Yeah.
And then so it is 1. I scrolled down too much. It is 1d4 plus 3.
Plus 1 more.
Yep. So that is a 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 1 is 6.
Nice.
6, huh? Nice.
Yeah, I did it.
So that's wrong. I am good at math. I have an engineering diploma. You can. I believe you have another dagger. You could dual wield, but it has to be a melee hit, so you'd have to move in to do anything with it.
Can I? Wait, how much is my movement? That is not the right tab. Movement.
Should have 30 at least.
30 feet. Yeah, can I walk up to the one that's next to Emery and use my other dagger?
Go ahead. It's your turn. You may move yourself wherever you wish.
Oh, right. Oop, that's close enough, right?
Mhm.
So that is a 12. That's a 13.
That hits. You remember also you have sneak attack? You could have used it on the first guy. I just forgot to mention it.
I forgot as well. But
Do you want to do the extra damage to him or to this one?
what is the sneak attack damage
Oops,
again?
that was 7. Sneak attack damage does, I think, should do 2d6 right now.
2d6.
2d6 extra damage? And that
Oh,
was
give me a
6, so that's
second
19
to
actually.
get another. That is an 11.
11 for the damage. Did you want them on the first guy you hit, or this person, the one you just walked up to?
We can do it on the first guy.
Okay. In that case, your dagger blows through its chest and it falls over dead. I need Sparks, Vernon, and Tim to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh gosh.
I rolled an 11.
14 for Tim and 16 for Sparks.
Okay. You all fail to get hit by the splatter. And the damage you were going to do to the last zombie there, Maldris?
Oh, right. I am not done. I hit it, right? I already rolled that one?
I believe you hit it. Yep.
And then it's my 1d4, which is a 1, and it's plus 3, so 5 damage total.
5 more damage. Gotcha. This is actually 12. There we go. Okay. On this zombie's turn, it is going to try to attack both Emery and Maldris, one each.
Rude.
I don't think that's going to hit Emery with an 11.
No.
And then he got a 15 to hit Maldris.
17.
Oh, look at that. Miss.
Wild AC.
It's very good. It's very Maldris is very flippy.
Yeah.
All right. So as we cycle back to Tim's turn, you notice, Tim, on the ground that the flowborn that was struck down is slowly starting to restructure. And because we are at that time of day, I'm going to pause the combat here. Luckily, the program keeps everything stable, which is nice. We will come back next month on Tim's turn, and we will finish the fight against the
Oh
flowborn.
no.